Sharefest weekend is such an exciting weekend because it's the weekend that the church converges on the valley. It's when Jesus just shows up here in the Grand Valley as people converge into neighborhoods and into people's homes and their yards and just do great things to help them out. You can be a part of Sharefest and show Jesus' love just by showing up to someone's house and raking their yard or defrosting their freezer or washing some windows. But we do have bigger projects too, like getting swamp coolers put together or making sure that people have adequate rain gutters around their home. Great opportunities to bring the love of Jesus Christ to your neighbors as all of us churches join together to bring Jesus Christ to this valley in a really practical way.
We do Sharefest as a church largely as an outreach and as a ministry to the community. I do it personally because I want to give back to our community. I love living here. I love the people here. And there are so many people with such needs that can't get out and do certain things around their house or around their yard. For us, it's just, it's a great ministry opportunity. It's sharing the love of Jesus with our community.
We believe that the church is supposed to be outside the building, out in the community serving. That's what Jesus did, and we believe that that's His mission for us. So it's a blessing to us to be able to help people out in the community, people who are in need. We're working with single-parent moms. We're working with people who are disabled and maybe can't do the work themselves. People who are from low-income situations that just really need our help.
I started taking care of people when I was 14, and which was my mother. And by the time I was 19, I was taking care of my mother and my grandfather. So I've always been able to help other people out because that's how I was raised. You help your neighbor out. I was diagnosed 37 years ago with MS, and then a number of years ago I was told by my neurologist that I also have fibromyalgia, and I've been diagnosed with what they call Barrett's esophagus. Programs like this with people that are unable to continue to do what they used to be able to, it makes you feel like you're part of the community still, even though you're mainly homebound.
We do Sharefest because Jesus asked us to love our neighbors, and Sharefest is just an awesome opportunity for us to be able to do that. We're a community church, so we get to go out and serve our community, our neighborhood right around us. We get to know the people around us. We also get an opportunity to serve with each other, which is just a really fun thing.
Yeah, I've always been very independent, so I've taken care of this for 25 years, and I've had chemo twice, and I have neuropathy in my feet, so I don't have any balance. So sometimes getting around in certain parts of my yard, it's kind of scary. And I live on Social Security, and I can't afford to hire somebody to come, and I like to do it anyway. But I really appreciate you coming out and helping me out. And I just feel kind of strange because I'm not used to having people coming to do things for me.
Like, we just finished this lady's swamp cooler, and the gratitude in her face was phenomenal. I mean, you can just tell she can't do it, and she doesn't have any family close that can do it. And so when we leave here, the feeling that I get is pure gratitude. I mean, by the end of the day, you're just floating because you've helped so many and very wonderful people. They just can't do it themselves. So if you're out there and listen, God will tell you, He'll lead you to this, because it really is your way of serving our God by helping your neighbor.
We talk a lot in church about how do we take the church outside the walls? How do we become the church that's actually being the incarnation of Christ in our community? And I think Sharefest is an awesome opportunity to do that. And the reason is, whether you're big or small, you can take hundreds of projects, or you can take 3 or 4 projects or even one project. It doesn't really matter the size of your congregation. It doesn't, honestly, you can find something that will work for all ages. We have children working with us. We have seniors working with us. It's just a beautiful thing because of the opportunity. The things are set up. It's really easy. You just have to look for all the through all the projects, find out what's there and what you can do. And if you're not sure, you can join up with another church that's already doing this and establishing this. And we would be happy to see you just jump in and say, come alongside of us, do this along with us. And it's great. I love it.
Yeah, because my whole life I always did everything myself, well, till I was like 50, a long time ago. But I couldn't do anything anymore. I did everything, climbed up on the roof, did all that stuff, took care of everything, and I finally decided one day that certain people are nice enough to do things for you, and I let them now. And I never used to do that before.
So for the last 12 years or so, it's been wonderful to watch churches and individuals and people in the community get involved in this. Like a lot of things, it's hard to sustain focus, and we know that these needs don't go away. We know that there's always more need than we can serve, but this is really a call to all churches.
You look at the faces of the people that we worked on their house, and that's all it takes. And that fills your heart. So
That's true. And our church, Redlands United Methodist Church, is, as a church, we partake in Sharefest. And so anybody that's a member of our church or has ever been to our church will hear about it regularly as we lead up to today. And we just ask for as many people that can, able-bodied people, to volunteer and help. And the unfortunate part is we need more, because we're having to turn work away because there's not enough hours in the day for the people that are here to get it all done. And so if we could get more churches and more people involved, we could do a lot more.
As part of Sharefest, our church is able to make a bigger impact because the whole city is being affected, as opposed to us trying to do it just as our independent church on our own, in which case we probably would have done maybe 2 projects in a day, and it still would have been great, but the way it's going now, it's a massive thing. It's something that, as we're driving around town, we see signs. We're seeing other teams working on projects, and people are stopping and say, what's going on? This is Sharefest.